The way you start your morning determines the way you live your life. I read that again, because this isn't just a quote, it's a principle that can transform everything. If you roll out of bed, reach for your phone, and immediately start reacting to texts, emails, and social media, you're not in control. You've already handed your day over to the world. But when you wake up with intention, when you take command of your thoughts, emotions, and energy from the very first moment, you begin living with power. This video is not about waking up early just to follow a trend. It's about waking up on purpose, with a mission in your heart and a strategy in your mind. It's about mastering your mornings so you can master your mindset and ultimately your life. Because the truth is, success doesn't begin at noon. It doesn't begin when someone calls you to get to work. It begins the moment your eyes open. In those first few minutes, you're either designing your day or drifting through it. In this video, we're going to break down the 6 essential steps to creating a morning mindset that fuels focus, unlocks clarity, and ignites purpose. You'll learn how to protect your energy, set powerful intentions, win the inner battle, and take action that aligns with your goals. This is more than just a routine. It's a reset, a daily declaration that says, I'm not here to survive the day. I'm here to own it. Let's begin. The power of a purposeful morning. Every single morning is a divine opportunity, a fresh slate, a reset button. And yet, most people treat it like a continuation of yesterday's stress. They wake up, hit snooze a few times, grab their phone, and instantly allow notifications, messages, and distractions to decide their mood for the day. But here's the truth. How you start your morning determines how you live your life. You either own the morning or the morning owns you. The most successful, grounded, and focused individuals understand one thing. The first few moments after waking up are sacred. That small window of time is when your mind is most open, most vulnerable, and most easily programmed. What you feed it in those first 30 minutes becomes your emotional and mental fuel for the rest of the day. If the first thing you do is check social media, compare yourself to others, or scroll through negative news, your mindset is already under attack. And you haven't even left the bed yet. But if you wake up with intention, if you center yourself, speak gratitude, and affirm your goals, you shift into power. A powerful morning begins not just with waking up early, but waking up on purpose. With purpose. Ask yourself, why am I waking up today? What is my mission? Who do I want to be when I walk out of this door? Because if you don't ask those questions, the world will define them for you. You'll spend your day reacting instead of leading, surviving instead of building, and drifting instead of driving. But when you wake up and take 5 minutes to breathe deeply, speak affirmations, visualize success, or write your goals, you're building a mindset that cannot be shaken by distractions. You are programming your internal GPS toward purpose and progress. It doesn't matter how yesterday went. Maybe you failed, maybe you fell off track, maybe you felt stuck. The morning gives you another shot, a new beginning, but only if you claim it. Don't let your morning be dictated by noise. Create silence, create focus, create fire. Wake up like your future depends on it, because it does. So before anything else, take command of your mind. Anchor your thoughts, breathe deeply, set your tone, because when you start the day aligned with purpose, the world doesn't shake you, you shake the world. And when you stack purposeful mornings one after another, you begin to build a life filled with clarity, confidence, and unstoppable momentum. The key to success isn't found in some distant future, it's in how you show up each morning. Rise with intention, start strong, stay grounded, own the morning, and you'll own your life. You in the first hour. The first hour of your day is the most powerful hour you will ever experience. It sets the tone, mood, and momentum for everything that follows. Yet, most people hand it away carelessly to distractions, to noise, to autopilot routines. But those who win in life know a secret. When you win the first hour, you win the day. Think about it like this. Your mind is like a fertile soil in the morning. Whatever you plant in that first hour will grow roots and shape how you think, how you act, and how you respond. If you start with chaos, the rest of your day will feel chaotic. If you start with calm, control, and clarity, You carry that mindset into every task and every challenge. And let's be clear, waking up early is a great first step. But it's not just about the time on the clock. It's about what you do with that sacred space before the world starts knocking on your door. So here's the challenge. Protect your first hour like your life depends on it. No phone, no scrolling, no reacting. That hour is for you, to build you, to remind you who you are and what you stand for. Start with stillness. This could be prayer, meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting in silence. Allow your mind to wake up without interference. Give yourself space to connect with your thoughts before you let the world crowd them. Next, move your body. It doesn't have to be a full workout, just 10 to 20 minutes of movement, stretching, walking, light cardio, anything that gets your blood flowing. Movement activates your brain and signals to your body that it's time to show up. After that, feel your mind. Read something uplifting, listen to a podcast that inspires you, write in a journal, recite affirmations. Whatever works for you, but make it intentional. Don't feed your mind junk food first thing in the morning and then expect it to perform at its best. Then set your priorities. Don't just think about what you have to do. Think about who you want to be while you do it. Write down your top 1-3 goals for the day. These are not just tasks, they are your anchors. They help you stay grounded when distractions try to pull you off course. When you own the first hour, something powerful happens. You stop reacting and start creating. You build your mindset before anyone else gets a chance to influence it. You walk into your day with confidence, with clarity, and with purpose. And here's the truth. Those first 60 minutes might seem small, but they hold the power to change your entire life. One focused morning leads to one productive day. One productive day leads to a week of wins. Stack enough of those and you'll be unrecognizable a year from now. Own the first hour and you'll never be owned by the day again. Set a clear intention. You cannot hit a target you haven't defined, and yet that's how most people live their lives. Waking up each day with no real direction, no clear aim, no intention guiding their actions. They go through the motions, handle tasks, respond to problems, and then wonder why they feel drained, distracted, or unfulfilled. The truth is, without intention, your day belongs to everyone else but you. A clear intention is your internal compass. It tells your mind where to focus, what to prioritize, and how to react. Without it, you're vulnerable to everything: distractions, negativity, overthinking, self-doubt. But with it, you become anchored. You become unstoppable. Every morning, after grounding yourself and owning your first hour, you need to ask one simple but powerful question. What is my intention for today? Not just what do I need to do? That's task management. Intention goes deeper. It asks, who do I want to be while I do it? What kind of energy do I want to bring? What values do I want to live out? For example, your task might be to attend meetings, but your intention could be to lead with confidence and speak with clarity. Your task might be to care for your family, but your intention could be to do it with patience and love, not stress or frustration. Your task might be to study, but your intention could be to show up with full focus and gratitude for the opportunity to learn. That shift in mindset changes everything. When you're intentional, even mundane tasks become meaningful. You start to show up with more presence, more power, more purpose. Here are 3 powerful questions to set your intention every morning. What do I want to feel today? Calm, focused, energized? Choose it. Don't wait for it to happen by accident. What must I focus on today? What are the top 1-2 things that truly matter? Not the endless to-do list, but the meaningful progress. What distractions will I ignore today? Identify what you won't allow to steal your time, energy, or focus. Whether it's negativity, procrastination, or social media noise. Write your intention down. Say it out loud. Repeat it during the day if you need to. Why? Because intention is not a one-time thought. It's a guiding force. It keeps you centered when the world tries to pull you in 100 directions. And here's the magic. When you set a strong morning intention, your decisions become easier. You don't waste energy on doubt or drama. You already know your why. You already chose your direction. You can't control everything that happens today, but you can control how you respond. You can decide who you'll be. That's the power of intention. Live by design, not by default. Set your mind, set your focus, and the day will follow. Win the inner battle. Every morning, before you even step out of bed, a war begins, not around you, but within you. A silent battle between the version of you that wants to rise and conquer the day and the version that whispers just a few more minutes. You're tired, start tomorrow. Let's call it what it is, the inner battle. This is the moment where most people lose. Not in the middle of the day, not when problems come up. They lose in that first decision, the decision to rise or retreat. That one moment sets the standard for the entire day. Your alarm goes off. You hear two voices. One says, stay in bed. It's too early. You don't need to push yourself today. You can skip your routine. No one will notice. The other says, get up, show up, let's go. You made a promise to yourself. Keep it. Here's the truth. The voice you feed becomes your master. But that second voice, that's your higher self. That's the part of you that's trying to lead you to greatness. It's not always the loudest voice, but it's always the most truthful one. Who's the first voice? There's comfort. That's fear. There's mediocrity in disguise. It's seductive because it offers ease. But ease never built empires. Comfort never forged champions. So when the inner battle begins, you need to be ready to fight. And that fight isn't physical, it's mental. You win by making a decision before the battle begins. You decide the night before. When the alarm rings, I get up. No negotiation. Discipline is not about motivation. It's about commitment. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Every time you push through that resistance, you're proving something powerful to yourself. I keep my word. I don't break promises to myself. And that builds something stronger than motivation. It builds self-respect. When you win the inner battle in the morning, you walk into your day with momentum. You've already overcome the hardest part. You've already proven that your mind is stronger than your excuses. Remember this. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And those habits are built in moments like this. Moments where no one's watching. Moments where quitting seems easy and showing up feels hard. But you showed up anyway. So tomorrow morning, when that voice of comfort calls, don't even argue. Just move, get up, breathe deep. Step into the version of yourself that fights for the life you say you want. Because winners don't wait to feel ready. Winners train their minds to respond with action. If the battle is real, but so is your power. Win it every morning and you'll win your life. Part 5. Gratitude is your superpower. In a world obsessed with chasing more money, more followers, more success, it's easy to overlook one of the most powerful tools we already have. Gratitude. Gratitude is not some soft, feel-good concept. It's not just writing down a few thank yous and moving on. Gratitude is a superpower, a mindset shift that rewires your brain, restores your peace, and realigns your energy. And when practiced deliberately in the morning, it becomes a force that can transform your entire day. You see, most people wake up and immediately focus on what's wrong, what they don't have, what they didn't get, the stress waiting for them, the emails they haven't answered, the bills they need to pay. And guess what? Whatever you focus on, you feed. If you begin your morning in lack, in scarcity, in stress, your mind tunes into that frequency and finds more of it all day long. But when you flip the script, when you wake up and consciously choose to notice what's right, what's good, what's already working, your whole energy changes. You begin the day not chasing, but appreciating. Not surviving, but thriving. Gratitude grounds you in the now. It reminds you that even if everything isn't perfect, there's still beauty in the breath you're taking. There's still strength in the fact that you woke up. There's still power in the fact that you get another chance to do it better today. Start simple. Don't overthink it. When you wake up, list 3 things you're genuinely thankful for. Not things you should be grateful for. Things that truly make your heart feel full. It could be your health, your family, your home, the sunrise, a warm shower, a kind friend. The magic isn't in the size of the blessing. It's in your awareness of it. And when life gets tough, which it will, gratitude becomes your shield. It doesn't deny reality. It doesn't ignore pain, but it gives you a weapon to fight back with. It reminds you that even in darkness, there is light. Even in struggle, there is strength. Science backs it up too. Studies show that gratitude improves mental health, reduces stress, enhances relationships, and even boosts your immune system. But beyond the science, here's the truth. A grateful heart is an unshakable one. When you lead with gratitude, you walk with peace. You attract better energy. You stop needing external validation because you've already found richness within. So as part of your morning mindset, make gratitude a non-negotiable. Before the noise, before the stress, before the demands, pause, reflect, appreciate, speak life into your day. Because when your first thoughts are filled with thankfulness, everything that follows flows from a higher place. Gratitude isn't a reaction, it's a decision. Make it your foundation and you'll build a day and a life worth waking up for. Gratitude is your superpower. In a world obsessed with chasing more money, more followers, more success, it's easy to overlook one of the most powerful tools we already have: gratitude. Gratitude is not some soft, feel-good concept. It's not just writing down a few thank yous and moving on. Gratitude is a superpower, a mindset shift that rewires your brain, restores your peace, and realigns your energy. And when practiced deliberately in the morning, it becomes a force that can transform your entire day. You see, most people wake up and immediately focus on what's wrong, what they don't have, what they didn't get, the stress waiting for them, the emails they haven't answered, the bills they need to pay. And guess what? Whatever you focus on, you feed. If you begin your morning in lack, in scarcity, in stress, your mind tunes into that frequency and finds more of it all day long. But when you flip the script, when you wake up and consciously choose to notice what's right, what's good, what's already working, your whole energy changes. You begin the day not chasing, but appreciating, not surviving, but thriving. Gratitude grounds you in the now. It reminds you that even if everything isn't perfect, there's still beauty in the breath you're taking. There's still strength in the fact that you woke up. There's still power in the fact that you get another chance to do it better. Today, start simple. Don't overthink it. When you wake up, list 3 things you're genuinely thankful for. Not things you should be grateful for. Things that truly make your heart feel full. It could be your health, your family, your home, the sunrise, a warm shower, a kind friend. The magic isn't in the size of the blessing, it's in your awareness of it. And when life gets tough, which it will, gratitude becomes your shield. It doesn't deny reality, it doesn't ignore pain, but it gives you a weapon to fight back with. It reminds you that even in darkness there is light, even in struggle there is strength. Science backs it up too. Studies show that gratitude improves mental health, reduces stress, enhances relationships, and even boosts your immune system. But beyond the science, here's the truth. A grateful heart is an unshakable one. When you lead with gratitude, you walk with peace, you attract better energy, you stop needing external validation because you've already found richness within. So as part of your morning mindset, make gratitude a non-negotiable. Before the noise, before the stress, before the demands, pause, reflect, appreciate, speak life into your day. Because when your first thoughts are filled with thankfulness, everything that follows flows from a higher place. Gratitude isn't a reaction, it's a decision. Make it your foundation and you'll build a day and a life worth waking up for. Activate your mission and move forward. After you've set your intention, won the inner battle, anchored yourself in gratitude and aligned your mindset, it's time to do the most important thing of all, move. There comes a point every morning when preparation must turn into execution. Too many people get stuck in the trap of planning, overthinking, or waiting for the perfect moment to act. But the truth is, all the mindset work in the world won't mean anything if you don't translate it into momentum. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to go, and your morning is the launch pad. You don't need to do something massive. You don't need to accomplish everything before 9 a.m. You just need to create movement in the direction of your mission. That could be one step, one task, one habit that builds confidence and keeps you on course. Ask yourself, what is one thing I can do this morning that aligns with my purpose? Maybe it's writing that page for your book. Maybe it's reviewing your goals. Maybe it's working out, sending an important email, or sitting in silence to visualize the future you're building. Whatever it is, do it with focus, do it with intention. Because when you follow through, you start building momentum. And momentum is powerful. It multiplies energy. It builds belief. The mission doesn't have to be huge. It just has to be yours. This is the difference between living reactively and living with power. Reactive people wait up and wait. They wait for inspiration, for the right mood, for someone else to tell them what to do. Powerful people wake up and initiate. They don't chase motivation. They generate it. And here's the thing. Action is magnetic. When you begin moving in alignment with your purpose, the universe starts to meet you halfway. People, opportunities, ideas, they begin to appear. But none of that happens if you stay still. You have to take the first step. There is something deeply satisfying about knowing that you're not wasting your morning, that you're not delaying your purpose. There's clarity that comes from doing the work even if no one sees it. There's power in simply showing up for your own life. Remember, you don't need to change everything in one day. You just need to move forward consistently. Let the small steps stack up. Let discipline replace doubt. Let your actions echo your intentions. So when the mindset is set and the energy is aligned, don't wait, activate, move with urgency, move with purpose. Walk into your day as the leader of your life, not the follower of your fears. This is your mission. This is your moment. The day belongs to those who step forward with courage. Starting now, you've just been handed the blueprint 6 powerful principles to transform your mornings and take control of your life. But now comes the moment that separates dreamers from doers. Because let's be honest, motivation feels good. Inspiration is powerful. But change only happens when action follows awareness. You can know everything there is to know about creating a purposeful morning. But if you don't apply it, if you don't start showing up differently, the results stay the same. The truth is, your morning mindset isn't just about habits, it's about identity. Every time you rise with discipline, every time you protect your peace, every time you act with intention, you're casting a vote for the person you are becoming. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are capable. You are powerful. You are already enough. And now you're stepping into more of what you were created to be. Tomorrow morning will come just like it always does. But this time you get to meet it differently. This time you rise with purpose, not pressure. This time you move with clarity, not confusion. This time you don't snooze your dreams. You wake them up. You now know how to protect your first hour, set your intention, win the inner battle, activate gratitude, and move forward with your mission. These steps are simple, but they are not small. Stack them day after day, and you will notice a shift in how you think, how you lead, how you live. And when the world begins to notice that you're glowing differently, standing taller, thinking clearer, let them wonder. Let your actions speak so loudly that no explanation is ever needed. Because this is more than a morning routine. It's the foundation of a new life. So, as you close this video, don't just go back to normal. Choose to create extraordinary. Set your alarm, not just to wake up, but to wake up with purpose. And when that alarm rings, remember, that's not just the start of your day. It's the sound of opportunity. The sound of growth, the sound of you becoming the version of yourself you've always known you could be. No more autopilot, no more waiting, no more excuses. This is your time, your rise, your mission. So go now. And don't just chase the day, lead it, shape it, own it. Because when your mind is right in the morning, there is nothing that can stop you by night. Wake up with purpose, walk in your power. And doesn't just start the day, Start the life you were meant to live.